So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking. We're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Chris. Hope everybody's doing alright tonight. I've got another build review for you guys. This is the Grinny build, and it is from the Man Cave Wizard team. These guys are doing some amazing things. This build is just skyrocketed up to the top trending builds for the week. It's got a lot of downloads. The one thing about this build that I think you guys will like, if you are Firestick owners or users, this is one of those builds that you're going to take a look at and you're going to have to decide whether you like it or not, because it works wonderfully with Firesticks, Pi 3s, anything along those lines. All right. This build is very simple, it's very basic, but it's easy to navigate through. The artistic value is 10 out of 10. I love the look of it, but like I said, it's very simple and it's very basic. So if you're kind of one of those that would rather just have a plain Jane, like a Fusion TV add-on kind of build with just the blue Kodi or whatever, or blue background, I mean, this is going to be kind of the build for you guys. But you can add on so many things to this, so just kind of keep that in mind. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how to download and install it after we get done with the build review, and then we're going to kind of look through each menu, do a review on it, and that way you guys will have a good idea of whether you want to download it or not. But like I said, I think this is a good recommendation for you guys because it's such a simple and easy navigational build. All right. So before we begin, as always, I just want to give a quick shout out to all you guys subscribing. If you guys have not subscribed, please click on the link below and hit subscribe for me. Make sure you're clicking that bell, and then that way you guys will be notified of any new videos that I come out with. In order for you guys to enter the contest in the next week or so, you guys are going to have to be subscribers, and you're going to have to follow along with the videos, because I'm going to give you guys hints throughout each video, and it's going to be probably a 2 or 3 parter, but you guys will know more as we get closer to that time. But enough said, let's go ahead and get started. Your menus are a basic menu. It's got all your add-ons, or your movie or TV show add-ons, which is really cool. So you'll see you got Covenant right there. So that's awesome right off the bat. You've got it as a part of your main menu. You've got Project M, Elysium, you've got Spectto, Duckpool, Skynet, Supremacy, Music, Settings, Power, and there's your Man Cave Wizard, and you got your favorites, add-ons, and then we're back to Covenant. All right. So if you click on Covenant right off the main bat, we're going to go ahead and show you a couple things. Obviously, if you go into movies, you can pull up any of the menu items there to be able to view the movies. I always like to go into people watching, because that brings up the most popular top trending movies or best source movies as of right now. So you can go in and, like, you know, going in style, you can tell it's probably going to be one of those movies now that's a good quality movie, and so on and so forth through all of these different movies here, obviously. All right, so, you know, as you can see, it's really simple. It pulled up very, very simply and very fast. You can go into most popular if you want. And once again, you're going to have some of the most popular movies there that everybody's either watching or downloading to watch. All right, so some pretty good stuff there. All right, and let's say you want to search a movie, okay? Each one of the add-ons usually has a search menu. Now, all you have to do is go into search. All right, and then we're already in the movies. Now, you can go back. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. You can go back, and then you can select whether you want to do a TV show search or a movie search. All right, so we're going to go into movie search, and I just want to show you that the search function is working for Covenant. So let's think of a movie that I like real well. Let's just do Star Wars. And it's an older movie. Okay, so Star Wars. Now, we didn't list what specific Star Wars movie we wanted, but we'll go ahead and hit done. And there you go, guys. There's the main Star Wars. There's Force Awakens, Rogue One. All of your Star Wars movies, even the animated cartoons. All right. So some pretty good stuff there, and you saw how fast that it pulled up. Very simple. All right. Now, you can also do the same for your TV shows. If you go into TV shows, you've got genres, networks, languages, certificates, people watching, most popular, highly rated, airing today. So we'll go into airing today, and it's going to show all the TV shows that are airing today. All right, so that way you can kind of keep up to date with the TV shows that are currently on as of today. Now, the new episodes may not be out today. Usually you have to wait until the next following day, but they're usually there. All right, so pretty awesome. But you have all kinds of different ways of viewing your TV shows and your movies. All right. Now, you can also go into tools. There's a lot of things that you can do within the tools. You can go into your general settings. Okay, and you can change the appearance of Covenant. I like to do this. If you go into general and then go down to providers timeout, all you have to do is click on that and then well, it's not working for me. Let's try it again here. Take that, and then you take it. Give me just a second, guys. It's being stubborn here. All right, there you go. And then just left click all the way down to whatever you want, okay? And I usually take it down to 10, all right? That speeds up the process of the sources. Now, to save that, all you got to do is click down and then to the right. Keep going, and then you've got OK there. All right, you can just click OK. So you can also click back on that. You can go into your playback, and then let's say you want to automatically load the movies. That way it automatically picks the best sources for you. All you have to do on that is click to the right, and then just click enter, and then there's your autoplay. All right, so we'll keep it on there for just a second, and we'll pull up a movie. You can also change the progress dialog. You can change it to foreground to background so that it doesn't have this big, huge pop-up screen. It kind of hides itself in the background. And once you make all of your changes, whatever changes you want, you can actually click OK. All right. Now, in my How to Master Kodi, I showed you guys how to actually go into the providers and remove the providers that are kind of hindering the download process. Okay, so if you see one that's hindering it, all you have to do is click off of it, and it'll take that out of there so that when it loads, it will take all the ones that are under that particular provider and get rid of them, and that way it'll download faster. All right, so just keep that in mind. So let's go back, and let's go back into movies. All right, we'll go into people watching, and then we're going to pick a particular movie here. Let's go into, I just got to make sure, let's go into Wonder Woman. Okay, you can see it's in the background now, and it's loading. Now, it's not going to give you the load list. All right, it's not going to give you that source list that normally would. It's automatically going to pick the best quality, which you just saw it. If you didn't, you can go back and actually review it there. But it said it was a 1080p quality, and you saw how fast that actually downloaded. So it actually worked pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and stop the video. All right. Now, there's all kinds of different things that you can do within this as well. All right. You've got settings there. If you go into settings, you can change any of these settings here. All right. You can also go over here to your volume, and you can change the volume application. You can enable subtitles. So if there's particular subtitles that you want, you can click on it, and that will allow for your subtitles. All right, so a lot of people ask me for that. And then in order to actually find the subtitles, you just go to Browse for Subtitle, and then you can use any of these items here if you have external storage for subtitles or anything along that lines. All right. And then you can also scroll over one more to the left, and you can create a bookmark, clear bookmark, or set up episode book list there. Okay, so all kinds of different things that you can do. If you go over here, that tells you the ratings of the movie. It gives you the movie quality, and it also gives you the synopsis and the runtime of the movie as well. So a lot of people don't know about that particular function. All right, so that's one thing that you can do. And then just make sure, the one thing that I always tell people is make sure you hit stop before you scroll back to the last menu that you were in. Because if you don't, then what's going to end up happening is that's going to cause a screen failure there for you guys, okay? So just hit enter and then pause. And then once you do that, you can hit stop, and that takes you back, all right? All right, so that's a little bit of a helpful hint there as far as some of the things on how to master the add-on list for Covenant. And you can do the same for Elysium. It's the same way for Exodus, and so on, and then obviously Covenant. Okay, so each submenu there, you've got movies, you've got cinema, you got TV shows. So under the Covenant, you also can pull it up this way too. So let's say we go into TV shows, and it's going to pull up your Covenant list for your TV shows. All right, so let's say we go into people watching, and there you go. There's my favorite, Game of Thrones. And there you go, guys. And each season has its full amount of downloads or episodes. Now, I'm a little bummed because usually each season has 10 episodes. This season, for season 7, unfortunately only has 7 episodes. So we're going to be 3 short. It's going to bum me out till next season. All right, so that's Covenant. We're moving on to Project M. We'll go ahead and click enter. And there you go. There is IPTV for Project M. So let's just go into that. We'll test these out. There's your Nordic IPTV, Sports TV. So we'll go into Sports TV. And there you go. There's BN Sports 1 France, BN Sports 1. Okay, and you've got a lot of different BN Sports there. There's BT Sports. If you guys have followed my videos in the past, you know BT Sports 2 is where the pay-per-view fights are for UFC fights. So just keep that in mind. And you've got all kinds of different other live channels here for your sports channels. All right, as you can see, there's quite a bit there. All right, now the one thing I will tell you about live TV, and as you guys know, I've said this many times, it's hit or miss sometimes, guys. I mean, I can't promise you that it's going to work, but it is free, so if it does work, then that is icing on the cake. All right, so you also have these other menu items here under Project M. So we'll go into movies. There's theater movies, general movies. We'll go into box sets. You got collections. So let's say if you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, you can go in, and there you go, guys. There's all of your movies from that particular series, including even the newest one. All right. Okay, so we'll go back. Go back. You've also got collections, genres, hot picks, movie trailers. So let's say you want to look at the movie trailers. Just click on that, and there you go, guys. You got some of the up-and-coming movie trailers. There's a Boo 2. I still haven't even seen Boo 1. All right, so that's it on that. Okay, and then in your submenus, you actually can pull it up by new movies, TV shows, or music arena. Okay, and remember, it did have a music menu section as well. All right, next up is Elysium. We'll go ahead and click enter. Now, the one thing that I love about this build is really, when I'm in these builds, there's only two things I watch. I either watch TV shows or I watch movies. And I always use Covenant, Exodus, or Elysium. Those are the three things. And right off the bat, you have all of your main sections right there. If you want to delve a little bit further into the sports, you have the Project M there. So there's some good quality stuff. Under your Elysium menu, you've got all these different menus. Once again, there's tools. We'll go in and show you that. It's the same thing that I showed you. The only difference is you got the Debrid settings there, which is pretty cool. So it goes ahead and adds that for you. And then you also have clear providers, clear progress database, clear cache to help speed the process up. All right. And you can go into any of these. Let's say we want to go into new TV shows. Give it a second to load. There you go, guys. All right there for you. Now you can see that everything's working perfectly fine. You also have your sub menus. So let's go into movies under your sub menus. And the only reason I'm doing this is I just want you to see that everything is working properly on this video. And there you go. So as you can see, it's a great build. There's a lot of good stuff to it. And now we've got another one. There's another popular add-on, Spectto. We go into Spectto. You can pull it up via movies, TV shows, channels, My Spectto, latest movies, latest episodes. There's tools. Even you can go into tools for that and do the same thing. There you can go into your subtitles, change that. There's movies. There's your playback. Now, the only thing it doesn't look like you can do is actually go in and change your providers. Well, yeah, there you can. You can go in and change your providers there. If you click to the left, you can change it for movies or TV. So sometimes you just have to play around with these things, and that way you can actually see the things. All right. And once again, you've got new movies, TV shows, and movies. All right, moving on next. We got Duckpool, so we'll go ahead and go into that. There you go, guys. There's movies, TV shows, iWatch, playlists, search, settings, tools. Once again, you got tools there. So anytime you see tools, that means you can go ahead and change the providers and settings for that. So this time we'll go into TV shows since we went into movies last one. And let's go into movies 25. Go ahead and click on that. There you go. You got your menu for most popular, popular today, A to Z, genres. So let's go popular today. And there you go. It brings up your Duckpool metadata. All right. And then, as you can see, page one of 627. There's Game of Thrones. You can click enter. And there you go, guys. And there's your episode list from the first one. Not bad. I like that view as well. All right, so we can go back out and you see that that's working just fine. Next up is Skynet. Go ahead and click enter. And there you go. You got Silent Hunter, Maverick TV, Skynet new releases, Skynet 4K, Skynet box sets. We'll go ahead and check that out just to show you each one is working. Let's go into Silent Hunter movie box sets. All right, Maverick TV box sets was working there. There you go. Band of Brothers, great movie or great series. There's Boardwalk Empire. All right, some of the great ones there. Broadchurch, Breaking Bad, all kinds of good stuff. All right, so moving on, you got your new movies and movie collection box sets right there. Okay, Supremacy, same thing with Supremacy. We'll go ahead and click enter. You got 3D films, 4K movies. There's live TV again, kids TV, kids movies, new releases, TV shows, movies. All kinds of different stuff here. Live sports, documentaries. There's even Christmas section. We're never old enough to use or view Christmas movies. All right. So everything's working perfectly. You've got movie search. We'll go into that just to make sure that that's working for you guys. And all you have to do is type in whichever movie you want to view. Let's go into view taps. That was a great movie when I was growing up that I loved, that I watched 100 times. Okay, we'll give it a second to find it. Okay, it's still viewing it. Sometimes it takes a little longer for certain add-ons to find stuff. All right, let's go ahead and go back into movie search. See if it will bring it up. Oh. So let's try something. Let's try E.T. See what it does for that. Okay, maybe having a little bit of issues there trying to look for that. But usually if I do movie searches, I do it strictly through Covenant or Exodus or Elysium because it seems like those work really well. So I've never actually used, to be honest with you, Supremacy's movie search. So it looks like there might be an issue with that, obviously. But you do have kids' movies. We'll go into that and see if it'll pull up kids' movies here real quick. There may be something wrong with Supremacy as far as, no, it's working on that end, okay? So you got some of the kids' movies there and kids' TV shows. So everything's working on that. It's just the movie search is running a little slow, and it's probably, if I gave it enough time, would probably work. But being that I'm very impatient, obviously, I can't wait. All right, you go into music. Okay, and you have your Jukebox Heroes, Top 40 UK, YouTube. You have settings. There's your file manager. So if you want to add anything, add a source. Like say I haven't seen Sports Devil, but you can add the Sports Devil add-on through my file manager there and then your add-ons. And then that way you can actually do it that way. All right, there's your skin settings, your system information, profiles. Moving on to power, the first time you download it, you definitely want to exit with the exit menu there. And then you have your Man Cave Wizard, which you can do just about any kind of maintenancing on it. If you want to switch to a different build, I mean, you obviously have your build menu section there. See, that tells you your current build. There's your Man Cave builds. There's even an APK installer, or APK installer. Can't talk today. There's your add-on installer there if you want to go that route. All right, and then last but not least, you have your favorites and your add-ons. So you can actually go into video add-ons through the sub-menu, and there's some of your add-ons there. So not a lot of add-ons. You can also click on add-ons, and then it's going to give you the option for my add-ons, and you can go into your program add-ons as well. But the one thing that I love about this is there's a lot of room. There's Genesis Reborn artwork. There's a lot of room for actually adding stuff, and that's the great thing about it. All right, guys? So just keep that in mind. All right, so now we're back to Covenant. We're going to go ahead and show you guys how to download it. All right, sound like a plan? So let's go back and we'll get out to the main menu. We're going to go into fresh Kodi 17.3. Okay, you're going to go up to the gear, and then we're going to scroll over to System Settings. Okay, and then we're going to scroll down to Add-ons, and then scroll over to the right and down to Unknown Sources. Click Enter. That's going to bring up your warning box. From here, you just want to hit Yes. That allows you to download any add-ons or builds to Kodi. Backspace once, go down to File Manager, click Enter. Then we're going to go down to Add Source, go ahead and click Enter. Then Enter again, and you're going to type in this URL in just like I have it, okay guys? It's a little bit lengthy, but just make sure that it's correct. So it's http:// or I'm sorry, actually, yeah, that's right. I don't know what I was thinking there. Man Cave Kodi. Okay, .com. /Kodi. So it's not a hard one to remember, but it's just a little bit lengthy because of the Man Cave Kodi. All right, and then /. So you got mancavekodi.com /Kodi. Then just hit OK. You can keep the name Kodi in there. Just go ahead and hit OK once you've named it. If you want to change the name, obviously you can. All right, as you can see, your source is in there. So now we're going to backspace twice. That takes us back out the main menu. We're going to go down to Add-ons. Go ahead and click Enter. Then up to the Install box. Go ahead and click Enter. Then we're going to go down to Install from Zip Files. So go ahead and click Enter. We're going to search for Kodi. Go ahead and click Enter. Now here you want to select the one that says Man Cave Wizard. Go ahead and click Enter. Then scroll down once to plugin.program.mancavewizard.zip. Go ahead and click Enter. Now, if you guys have watched my videos before, if you go to My Add-ons and then backspace, that gives you the currently downloading add-ons kind of file there. And once your add-on install box pops up there in the upper right hand quadrant, this currently downloading add-ons will go away, and that way you guys will know that it's been downloaded. So if you need to get up and walk away or stretch or go get you a drink or answer a phone call, whatever the case, you will know that it's been downloaded once it actually comes up. Okay, now when I was downloading it earlier, it actually took a little bit of time, so just be patient. There it is. Man Cave Wizard add-on installed. All right, your box is going to pull up for the wizard, and you just want to hit dismiss. Then you're going to have another box pulled up, and it's going to be either ignore or build menu. You can do ignore. You just have to go back to your main screen and then click on add-ons and then program add-ons and then select the wizard that way. But since it's already got there, all you have to do is hit build menu. Okay, and then all of a sudden now you've got all of the Krypton builds for the Man Cave Wizard. All right, so there's Man Cave XL Family, Adult, there's Man Cave Light, and then the adult version. You've got Dasbo, which is a great build. You've got Project X, which is another great build. And there's your Grinny build. All right, and then you also have these ones down here as well. But we're going to go into the one that says Grinny. Go ahead and click Enter. And then it's going to give you the option to do a fresh install or a standard install. Since we have a fresh Kodi already, we want to do a standard install. Then it's going to bring up a box that says, are you sure you want to do this? Or would you like to download and install? And then that's version 1.3, by the way. And you just hit yes, install. Okay, as you can see, it's 379.95 megabytes. So I always recommend any size between 200 and 400 is usually a fairly good size to work off your Pi 3 or any kind of stick. Just keep that in mind, guys. Now, I have been known to actually download larger builds on my Firestick when I had it, and it worked just fine as well, but there were times where it actually ended up freezing up, or there was a kind of a delay a lot, or buffering issues. All right, since I have actually downloaded this once, it's not going to let me, but since you're downloading it, you just click standard install. It's going to go through the process of downloading, and then it's going to extract the files, and then it's going to basically tell you need to force close Kodi. Okay, so that's all you guys have to do. Just do that for me, and then go back into your main menu, which will be on, and go into Kodi, and then it'll pull up. Make sure you give the build about 3 to 5 minutes to download, and all the shortcuts to download, and the build menu to download, and all that good stuff. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and hopefully you guys will like this. Like I said, it's a great device. Great build for just any device. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys on the next video.